Welcome to Season 2 of the Tides of Terragos podcast. This season is named the Almighty Mandarin. This is a real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. If you've never played D&D before, that's alright. Neither has anybody else in Season 2 of this podcast. Conceptually, think of it as a book or a movie where the party is presented with a problem that they have to solve. They can solve it however the heck they want, but I, as the Dungeon Master, with the help of dice, get to decide their outcomes. Most things that they do require dice to be rolled. The higher they roll, the better the outcome. Most die rolls are using a 20-sided dice, often referred to as a D20. I want to briefly touch on some of Harrison's DMing rules. All items are homebrew items. You do have some of the out-of-the-box D&D 5e items like leather armor, short sword, slingshot. In Season 1, the items didn't match one for one. In Season 2, they do. Anything that you have in D&D 5e as basic items will match in this campaign. But there are going to be tons of random freaking items. In Season 1, there was a spanking spoon. There was a Scrabble visor. There was... What else was crazy in Season 1? There's all kinds of other random mumbo-jumbo. And we're going to start off strong in this season as well. We're not playing with any kind of inventory bag storage issues. If I see somebody abusing that, I will fix it. And this is a completely homebrew world. So none of the places, none of the things you'll be able to see in any other campaign. If you want to see maps of the places that they visit, you can find the generic maps on our X, on our Facebook, YouTube, Patreon. You can find them in all those places for free of cost. And I think we'll go ahead and get started with introducing the players. So first and foremost, we have EJ returning as Ace. Hello, EJ.
Hello, my name is EJ, and my character is Ace. He is a sun elf from the Orange Isles that has a pet dragon.
There we go. We'll talk about that dragon a little bit more here in a minute. And I'm also joined by somebody who's never played D&D, Daniel. Welcome.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Daniel, and I will be the voice of Aslak in this campaign. He is a sorcerer who lives in the Orange Isles and is notably the only human in the region as it stands.
Beautiful. And last, and certainly least, is Jared.
What's up? I'm Jared. I'm playing Killsick Bloodmoon. I'm a tiefling whose clan has been killed by his brother. So I'm all about revenge.
Briefly retcon that. I think what we landed on was...
Oh yeah, we landed on the stoic dude, right?
At the end of Season 1, the party defeats the Hydra clan in the Spirit Temple, which is primarily comprised of tieflings. So you are one of the Hydra clan members that survived that Loaf and Art and Yori and Stoic didn't murder. However, your parents also survived. But guess who killed them? That was your brother, as you previously stated. So you still are headstrong on getting revenge on your brother.
Real quick, do you still have that Google form that I submitted?
I do.
Can you tell me my brother's name?
Mormir.
Okay, thank you.
I just know it.
Alright.
You don't need to have listened to Season 1 in order to enjoy this season. But I do need to give you some background knowledge on how Season 1 ended. So in Season 1, the victorious party, led by Loaf, containing Art Yieldian, Yori Fenson, Hermione Twice, Alfredo Noodles, they all worked together in order to restore the god of death, Takeo, to restore his connection to the realm. Because as soon as a darkened spirit named Dervost mass manipulated a group of leaders of the realm, they removed Takeo's connection to the realm, and things kind of stopped dying. Things stopped decaying away. There were temples entirely full of crap everywhere. The water level across the realm has started to rise. Tornadoes, hurricanes, natural disasters are becoming increasingly more common. The party successfully fixed 4 of the death anchors. There was one anchor that they went to finish in the Spirit Temple, and they were unsuccessful. They lost the tool that they needed to restore that connection. That tool is Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is very well known throughout the realm at this point, everybody knows that there's a extremely large bounty on this item. And that's really where we're going to pick up. The realm is just kind of in chaos. It's falling apart. And the Orange Isles is no exception. The water levels are rising. Monsters are getting increasingly closer to cities. The orange jungle that is in the center of the Orange Isles, just south of Alfheim, which is where we're going to pick up, the wolves, the owlbears, the dragons, the entire population is currently attacking the cities, attacking Alfheim and attacking Jotunheim. There is a war going on that has just recently started. Let's talk some more about Alfheim, the capital of the Orange Isles. Alfheim is a monarchy led by Queen Esmeralda Encanto. The Encanto family has led the Sun Elves of Vitality since the realm was created. Esmeralda's grandfather, the original village elder, his name was King Leonardo Encanto. They have a strong police force, comprising of 3 primary sectors: the City Guard, the Prison Guard, and the Queen's Guard. The primary population of Alfheim is elves, tabaxi, and gnomes. This is because only magical humanoids are able to sustain the aura of the Motherstone of Vitality. The Motherstone of Vitality is this large orange rock that is sitting in the middle of the city. It is a giant echo stone, so little shards of this Motherstone are little orange echo stones. An echo stone lets you communicate practically like a cell phone. Anybody that has an echo stone, and if you have an echo stone, you can just speak to them. It's just a fancy little tool that I made easy because phones are really useful, apparently.
Real quick, can
Yeah,
you
go
just
for it.
get an Echo Stone, like just if you go to the crystal and just like pick it off,
It's a great question.
or is that like a crime or something?
It is a crime to walk up to the Echo Stone and just take it. The primary economy that feeds Alfheim and Jotunheim, the Orange Oath, the primary economy feeding the Orange Oath is actually the selling of the distribution of the Echo Stones. So there's a store right outside of the Echo Stone called the Alfheim Stoners, and that's where you could go and purchase an Echo Stone from the city.
From the stoners, of course.
From the Stoners, yes. The primary religions in Alfheim are worshipping the Almighty Mandarin, which is a large fireworm queen dragon that lives in the Orange Jungle, and worshipping Vanir, the god of life. And that's kind of the main pieces that we need to know, I think, as an introduction to Alfheim. As the ambassador of Alfheim, Aslak.
Yeah, you had it right the first time.
Aslak. Beautiful. I can say that name now. Aslak. Yeah. Do you have any questions about Alfheim that you think you would need answered right now? Same goes to you, EJ. Ace has been working on the prison guard for the last 2 years. You graduated the university, and now you've been on the prison guard for 2 years.
All right, real quick, Vanir and who?
The Almighty Mandarin. So,
Yeah, all right.
this leads into the tier system of deities in the homebrew realm that is the realm of Terragos. There are 2 tiers of deities. There are the creators, that is Vanir, the god of life, and Takeo, the god of death. Then you have the Almighties. The Almighties are not actual gods. They're really just really powerful beings or entities, usually dragons. They're usually dragons.
Okay.
If you have questions at any point, you say, my character probably should know this. Harrison, can you remind me of this? I will remind you of that. So that's not a problem. The listeners are probably thinking the exact same thing.
Very good, very good.
Any other questions top of mind?
How expensive are Echo Stones from the stoners, like when they sell them?
Echo Stones are 5 gold pieces. The Echo Stone Plus is 15 gold pieces.
Plus, well, you take pictures with it?
No, you get more calls in a day. And the orange Echo Stones, there are 3 colors. The orange Echo Stones, they also function as a Kyber Crystal. If you haven't listened to Season 1, what a Kyber Crystal does is it lets you empower a weapon. So basically, if you have an orange Kyber Crystal, you can go to a store that they can meld it to a weapon or to armor, and the Kyber Crystal gives a bonus to that weapon. An orange Echo Stone can be used as a Kyber crystal that gives +1 to damage. Then the stone is stuck to your sword or whatever you attached it to. So whenever you make a phone call, you now have a sword that you have to lift to your ear or
You said
talk.
+1 attack?
+1 damage.
Damage, okay.
The party did not have orange Echo Stones in the last
Even
campaign. They had
even
pink
on
ones.
armor, you still get +1 damage?
On armor, they have a different effect. Orange Echo Stones have no effect on armor.
Are you going to call them orange echo stones, or are you going to call them kyber crystals?
Kyber crystals is a classification.
Okay.
Kyber crystals exist. They're usually, extremely rare, 200 plat pieces. Orange Echo Stone can function as a Kyber crystal, but it's an Echo Stone. It's more of the phone. Echo Stone means phone. Kyber crystal means upgraded
Okay.
weapon.
All right. Yep. Got it.
And then you have the 3 Mother Stones, which are where the Echo Stones come from.
Alfheim has that one in the middle, right?
Yep,
Gotcha.
exactly. Let's actually go ahead and get into the actual meat and potatoes of the episode. So, here we go. We start our journey on the first floor of the Azkaban Prison, located in Alfheim, the capital city of the Orange Isles, where a hooded figure is guided to the back room, where he descends the stone steps leading to the subterranean, high-security cells. The torches lining the damp corridor flicker, casting ominous shadows that dance along the walls as if whispering secrets of the forsaken souls imprisoned within. At the corridor's end, where multiple manned ballistas stand guard over a magnificent chest that is located in the center of the room. Mormir Bloodmoon's cell is just on the right, its iron bars veiling the dark presence within. As the hooded figure approaches, the guards exchanged wary glances, but did not intervene. The visitor was expected. Jared, as your character, Kilksick, draws closer to the cell, you pull back your cloak and reveal a stern face. The face of Mormir's brother, Kilksick Bloodmoon. Your eyes are sharp and piercing, locked onto the shadowy silhouette of your sibling. Mormir is simply sitting there in the back corner of his cell. His feet are shackled, his hands are shackled, everything is shackled to the ground. Do you want to say anything to Mormir about killing your parents?
Are you enjoying your stay?
He gives no response. Sits motionless in the corner.
I have nothing else to say to him.
As you look around the room, you see numerous other cells in a circle around the middle pedestal that has the chest on it with multiple manned ballistas. There are several maniacs all at the cell walls, shaking them. There's a tabaxi in the cell just to the right of Mormir. You know him as Tai Lung. He is clawing out as far as he can reach. This is the Azkaban prison. This is where your brother has been imprisoned for a year. He very notably was captured by Loaf about 1 year ago. And a guard walks up to you, and he says, "So this is your brother, huh?"
Indeed, that is my brother.
He doesn't do much here. He just kind of sits in the corner. He kind of whines every so often.
Probably thinking about the sins that he committed to our family.
He's going to serve a long sentence here. He's probably just never going to be released and die here.
I'll be the one that kills him.
You might want to speak with Chief Mbogo.
Who is Chief Mbogo?
He's the prison warden.
Why would I care what a warden thinks?
I think you're here on diplomatic immunity, but I think you'll have consequences if you were to... I don't think Stoic would be very happy with you. You're going through that HR program, the Hydra Clan rehabilitation.
Where's Stoic? Let me speak to him.
Oh, Stoic's actually in a meeting right now. I think he's speaking with Esmeralda. I can take you back upstairs.
Matter of fact, take me back to my brother.
Okay. So he turns around and kind of gestures just 10 feet ahead, and there's your brother.
Know this. I will be the one that kills you. Weep all you want in that cell, and decay, and think you will die a lonely death. But just know I will be the one that kills you, with my own 2 hands. I spit on the ground. And I walk away.
And at this point, we're actually going to cut to Ace. EJ, your character is in the park. Not too far away. Just over here, hanging out in the Starlight Grove. You wake up on a park bench, kinda sloshed, potentially. You don't really know how you got here, but you don't have your Katana of Virtue with you, and you realize you're probably due at work pretty shortly. And a little gnome walks over to you, and he starts poking you with a broom, and he says, "Hey! What are you doing asleep? Hey, big guy. Hey, you. Hey, friend.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 7. It's just in time for my graduation. Can you walk with me?
I guess.
I graduate the academy today. I'm going to be the first ever gnome policeman. We've only had tabaxi and sun elves here, but I'm going to be the first gnome. My name is Freckles." And he reaches really far up to shake your hand.
Ace reluctantly shakes Freckles' hand and slowly gets up off the ground.
Notably, Freckles does not have any freckles. I just wanted to make sure that's clear.
Okay. Noted. Freckles, how far are we from your destination?
Oh, we're just going to go to the city guard house, which is... Wait, don't you work there, right?
The city guard? No, not now.
Oh, what?
Not here.
We gotta hurry. You might be late.
How sloshed am I?
After you stand up and you start moving around, you realize that you're hardly sloshed.
Okay.
You seemed more tired than you were sloshed at the end.
Okay. Any clues of why I'm just in the grove, just
No clues at the moment.
sloshed?
You wanna?
Okay. All right.
You wanna roll history and see if you can remember anything?
Let's do it.
Go ahead and roll history for me.
First roll of the season.
This is our first roll of the season. So we're using Quest Portal, a virtual tabletop. So all he's going to do is go to his character sheet and click history check. It's that simple.
Hey.
Wow. A natural 20?
Damn. Okay.
First roll of the
That's when we're
season
finding
bodes
out.
well.
Wow. Okay. So notably, when I talk about crits only happen on attacks. So you can't crit succeed a check. With a 20, you know that you had no alcohol last night, and there is no good reason that you're out here. That's the most I can give you for the 20. But you know it's not alcohol induced.
For a 20?
Damn.
You know it's not alcohol induced. You know it's not drug induced.
Okay. All right. So I'm fine. I just wake up here. Okay. All right. Fine. All right, Freckles. Let's head over to the station. I'm assuming I'm at least decently dressed, right? I don't have to stop.
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, you're good. You guys walk east, and then you walk north to the upper district, where the Azkaban Prison, the Alfheim Hall, and the City Guard Station are all located. Just north of there is Esmeralda's mansion, for what that's worth as well. The two of you walk into the prison guard's building, whatever that's called, and you guys walk in. You're just a couple minutes early for the morning routine, and you walk in, you talk to some people, and eventually you go ahead and grab a seat, and you wait for Chief Imbogo to arrive, the warden. Everybody grabs a seat. Chief Imbogo gets to the front, and he says, "Another day." This is Chief Imbogo. He is he's an 8-foot tall minotaur. He is your direct in command. He's the prison warden. And he says, "Another day in the office. We have 2 additional murders over the last 3 days. They were all mauled to death. We now have 9 missing persons reports. In addition to this, the wolf attacks are increasing, and we still have no answers to any of these. So, prison guards, continue what your job is, except Ace, Bombshoe, and Freddy. I need the 3 of you to report to me as soon as we're done here."
Aye, Captain.
Oh, and last but not least, we have a new recruit today. His name is Freckles. Freckles, please stand up. "I I'm standing, sir. I'm standing. Freckles tries to stand out of his chair onto the table. Hey, it's me. We have our first ever gnome city guard member. Freckles, I need you to guard the park benches today. Please do so with care. Okay, I can do that. Okay, dismissed. And the prison guard, they leave. The city guard, they leave. They all kind of disperse. And Bombshoe, Freddy, and Ace all kind of approach Imbogo. Imbogo says, Ace, I need you to investigate the murder of this goblin. And he slides you a case file. We don't usually investigate goblins because they're second-class citizens. But the Queen specifically told me to assign this case to you, and that she wanted to speak to you directly about it. So please go directly to the Queen as soon as this is over. Is that understood?
This reminds me of another case I took in the past, but sure, Captain.
Beautiful. Bombshoe and Freddy, I have a list of these 9 other names that I need you to investigate. The missing people that I need you to investigate, half of which we found with claw marks, which means one of 2 things. It was a wolf attack, or it was a tabaxi. Notably, both Bombshoe and Freddy are both Sun Elves. Neither of them are tabaxi. The 9 people missing, Circe, Ogtos, Typhon, Hibub, Agmund, Ronald, Tatarius, Ingram, and Siren. They're all missing. Please investigate these attacks. The couple of bodies that we have located have been north of the Starlight Grove, the Alfheim Barracks, and just outside of Esmeralda's mansion. We believe that they might have been attacks on the Queen. Please investigate these further. Freckles, why are you over here? I'm just hanging out, you know? I'm just hanging out. I'm just, taking notes very diligently. Can I tell you something, sir? Sir?
Shouldn't you be guarding the benches or something, Freckles?
Yeah, that's what did you know that humans can't hum if they plug their nose? Okay, the more you know. Bye! And he waves and walks out.
Ace, flinches, at Freckles, angrily.
And Bogo says, Ace, once again, I have no idea why you're being assigned this stupid mission. Please speak with the Queen immediately.
Sure thing, boss. Sure thing.
And then we're going to cut to Aslak. Aslak is currently in a room with Queen Esmeralda in the entry area of Esmeralda's mansion. The two of you walk into a conference room just on the north side of the building, and you sit around a table that has 8 seats. There's not much else in the room. There are some decorative wall decor. The chairs are really nice wood from the forest. And at this point, some people start to enter the room. People that you would recognize. The first one is Stoic. Stoic enters the room and he comes and sits down. Then you have some additional people all walk in. You see a lizard folk queen. You see a princess walk in with a crown. You also see this male pirate walk in. And Queen Esmeralda welcomes the world leaders to this session. Welcome, everyone, to this meeting. Thank you for being here on such short notice. I just need all of you guys' opinion. In case you haven't met, this is my ambassador, Aslak.
Aslak nods to the assembled group.
What does Aslak look like? Can you describe him really quick?
Aslak is dressed regally as befits an ambassador and is frequently seen wearing his old white cloak. This cloak came to him not as part of his regal garb, but is a keepsake from his home before rising to prominence. It is currently drawn low over his face, obscuring his jet black hair that is neatly combed to one side, and it also obscures one of his more notable features, which is his multicolored eyes. His left eye being typical brown, but his right eye being a deep crimson.
Queen Esmeralda continues. I know we've all spoken individually, but I wanted to bring us together so that we could make a decision on this unanimously. The Orange Oath is in a war against the Orange Jungle. For the first time in centuries. I believe the Almighty Mandarin is responsible. Stoic chimes in and says, Okay, so have you sent any men out to investigate? Yes, I have sent 3 different groups out to investigate the Almighty Mandarin. None have returned. My theories are that they were mauled by wolves, eaten alive. I don't know what to do to prevent that. Maybe a stealth operation would be best. Maybe that would be the most fitted route. But I believe more drastic measures are required here. And the lizard folk woman chimes in and says, Queen, I trust you and your instincts. What do you think we should do, Queen? And the Queen responds and says, Yes, I already have 25 dead people on my head. And this war needs to end. It needs to be over. So I am proposing that I put together a stealth operation to kill the Almighty Mandarin, to slay the god. This Almighty Mandarin, as you might know, is the fire elemental guardian of the elemental spring of fire. Aslak, as this is your specialty, do you think that this is a viable approach to end this war? And if we kill him, what next? What are the repercussions?
Aslak kind of bows his head in thought for a moment. Lets out a bit of a sigh and looks to the crowd before speaking. He doesn't look to the Queen as he speaks, but rather gazes at the other assembled members of this council. I don't believe this to be a viable course of action, milady. To kill an almighty that guards a wellspring, there's a balance that they hold, and not only would such a task be, I hesitate to say impossible, as we've seen much impossibility in recent times, but only a truly powerful band of adventurers could pull something like that off. But were they to do so, you would immediately notify the people associated with that wellspring, the hidden orders that guard them. Whoever the guardian is, the one tied to the Almighty through a special magical bond, would immediately be aware of its death. At such a point, he would sound the alarm throughout all the peoples of the Wellsprings, and they would begin a search for the Marked One, as the magical bond would be transferred to whoever slew the dragon, the guardian dragon of the Wellspring. And for these reasons, I do not believe I can advise such an attempt, Your Majesty. It's too risky, and could very well disrupt the balance, and in doing so, threaten the peace we strive to protect here in Alfheim.
I appreciate and value your insight, Aslak. But I wonder if it's not too late. If they've already declared war on us. Speaking of the strength and ability to pull off this task, I have a plan for that.
Aslak kind of raises his head, a bit surprised that not only is this plan already seemingly in motion, but indeed that such capable people could be found. And so, sorry, milady, am I to understand that you've sought out such people already?
Yes, I have taken the initiative and have a plan for achieving this. And I wish your support. Do you think that with this egg, and she picks it up off the ground, that we could hatch a new guardian, one that's not at war with us, and replace the guardian after it has been slayed, or slew, or slewn, or slain.
I believe perhaps slain is correct, Your Majesty.
Xena, do I have your support? Yes. I think you need to make the decision that's best for your people. If you believe in this, then I support you. Stoic, what think you? I'm hesitant. But actions must be taken. I think I can agree to this if you send Aslak as a member of this party.
I raise my head back up in surprise at the suggestion.
I think he will be the only person educated enough to make a wise decision upon meeting the Almighty Mandarin. The Queen thinks this over, and she says, very well. She turns to Aslak and says, would you accept this? I trust your judgment.
He's still kind of stunned by the proposal, but sort of shakes his head to clear his mind before he responds. I must say, Stoic, I do appreciate your confidence in me and my judgment. And I do believe that you are right. Actions must be taken. And if you, and then I glance out to the others, and the rest of this council, do believe that I will have the wisdom to bring about the end of this war and preserve the peace of our nation, then yes, my lady, I will accept.
Aslak, then you will lead the way. I have a top-tier detective already booked. I'll send him with you, and I'm thinking maybe one more person. Does anybody have any suggestions? Stoic chimes in and says, yes, I actually brought 3 tieflings, some Hydra clan, rehabilitated people. They were innocent, really, in the war, but they kind of got in prison for a while, and we've been working on this program to kind of get them back into the limelight. And this one, he's got a special talent. He's got a really special talent. You'll see him in 1 second, and then he'll like disappear, and like he'll tap you on the shoulder. He's like, oh my gosh, it's a. Sorry, I didn't squeal there. I'd recommend Kilksik. He's top of his program. He's already attended Dragon University. He's an expert. Jared, go ahead and roll me a d20. Odds, you flunked. Evens, you passed.
Just a d20 dice?
Just a d20, yeah.
50-50.
Damn!
Ooh.
Damn!
So you totally flunked out of the Dragon University. You failed your final exams, but that's okay. Stoic isn't bringing that up right now. But just for factual purposes.
Ouch.
Aslak is going to interject here and press his point. I say, Stoic, you vouch for this man quite heavily. I assume he passed through Dragon School with flying colors, then.
Oh, yes. Yes. Kilksik and his... Kilksik... Yeah. He's had a troubling past. His family passed, and his brother arrested, and I think this is really the opportunity for him. I think he's going to prove invaluable on this trip. On this expedition, if you will.
Much as I am loath to trust tieflings, I do trust your judgment, Stoic. Very well.
Then it's settled.
If it please your majesty, of course.
And then the queen chimes in and says, I think the 3 of you will make the perfect party. Some chaos, some lawful, some smart, and some not so smart. I think that this is perfect. Alara Fisher, do you agree with this proposition? I do, my queen. Xena, do you? I also do, my queen. Sir Lonsov. Oi, I do. I can leave my crew behind to help. That would be much appreciated, Lonsov. Thank you. And Stoic, as you've proposed, that shall be done. One thing worth noting that I've kind of left out this whole time is it's the 6 of you in this room, but there's also one more person in this room, and he's standing directly behind the queen, basically with one hand on her shoulder. It's her personal guardian that follows her at everywhere she goes. And she turns around and says, Hugo, can you please go fetch the 2 men, Kilksick and Ace? And Hugo turns around, he takes 1 step towards the door, and kind of just starts like waving, and somebody outside of the room kind of runs in, and Hugo whispers to them, and they go and fetch the people. But at this moment, you guys actually start to hear some screaming in the distance, and the queen instantly knows that there's another wolf attack going on. So everybody in this area begins sprinting towards 2 different areas. There are 2 wolf attacks going on in Alfheim. There is one over near Pig Blister Academy, down southwest, where Stoic and Alara and Sir Lansov all run towards. Most of the prison guard go that direction as well. There's another section over here, over towards the Winchester Farms on the far east side, and there's more wolves over here. Kilksick, as you left the high security cells in the basement of Azkaban Prison, you step out of Azkaban Prison, and you see the masses running towards these fights. You see Stoic, and Stoic says to go with Queen Esmeralda, so you go with Queen Esmeralda. Ace, you run out of the prison guard. You see Queen Esmeralda, and you're already intending to talk to her. And then Aslak, you stay with her as well. So you, as a lot, all run over towards the east side of the city, and you guys are preparing for a fight as you run. You have Queen Esmeralda. You have Hugo, her personal guardian. Then you have 2 Alfheim guards just behind them. In front of them, you have an Alfheim guard, and then a named Alfheim guard named Robin. And then you have a dead Alfheim guard next to him already. There's 3 wolves in front of the 2 of them, and then there's a dead wolf already. They're doing a pretty good job so far. And then just south of that area, there's more guards and more wolves. So we're going to go ahead and spawn our group in. Let's everybody roll for initiative for the first time. What the initiative is it's telling us the order that these players are going to act in. I'm also going to roll initiative for Esmeralda. I'm going to roll initiative for Hugo. And I'm going to roll initiative for the wolves. All of the wolves will act on the same initiative order. What did everybody roll? It was an 18 for Kilksick.
12 for me.
18 for Ace.
Ace, Kilksick, then the wolves, then Esmeralda, then Aslak, then Hugo. That is going to be the order of combat. Ace, you are first up in combat.
Okay. So Ace immediately goes to the first wolf.
You are about 45 feet from the closest wolf. Every turn in combat, you have an action, potentially a bonus action, potentially a reaction, and your movement. Everybody here has 30 movement speed. So as your characters, you can't get close enough to attack these wolves because they're 50 feet away. Unless you had a bow and arrow, unless you wanted to throw a dagger, or if you wanted to dash, you could dash as an action. That lets you run twice as far instead of attacking. Ace, on the other hand, as a rogue, can, as a bonus action, dash. So then he can attack with his action.
That is correct.
Rogues are fast and slippery.
I was going to try to do something a little more flashy.
Go for it.
Ace, I will move close as I can get. I'm going to throw my Katana of Virtue.
You do not have your Katana of Virtue with you currently.
No.
You left that at your house.
Oh, no. All right, so hold on. Roll this back.
Very
then.
sorry.
Roll this back. I left it at my house.
You still have a dagger, though.
Jeez. All right. So I'm going to use my bonus action to dash to the wolf.
And why can you do that? Because you are a rogue that has which ability?
Cunning action.
It lets you hide, disengage, or dash as a bonus action.
Fair enough. Yeah. Limited, but yes.
Rather than as an action.
Exactly.
Correct. So you run, and you use your bonus action to dash, so you get all the way to the closest wolf, and now you have your action.
All right. I'm assuming I at least have 2 daggers. Can I wield 2 daggers?
Yes. You can attack with 2 light weapons
Okay.
on the same turn with 1 action.
All right. I'm just going to go full out attack mode, spinning slash here. Both daggers. 19 attack.
That is bigger than the wolf's AC, so you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is 4, and do I roll twice?
You make 1 more attack now. So you dealt 4 damage to that wolf. Go ahead and make that second attack. 19 also hits.
All right. Let's roll damage. 5. 9 total.
That wolf has taken 9 damage. It is now bloodied. It's definitely bleeding out, but it's not dead yet.
Okay.
Anything else that you'd like to finish your turn with, or is that it?
No, ends turn.
Beautiful. Kilksick, are you ready for your turn, or would you like to push your turn to lower in the initiative?
I am ready. Kilksick is going to dash towards this tree here. How far is the dash?
So you get to move 30 movement for free. That's your movement for the turn. If you want to dash, you can go 30 extra, but you lose your attack.
Okay, so I'm going to move 30 towards this tree.
Okay.
And then I am going to dash through this field here. And it's another 30, right, for the dash?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to sit behind this tree.
That was your action, and that was your movement. I don't think you have a bonus action. Do you have a bonus action that you can use?
I have action surge, but I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
I'm going to end turn here.
Then we'll pass to the next initiative, which is going to be the wolves. The first wolf is going to bite this Alfheim guard. That is a 23 to hit for the first wolf. And he deals 6 damage to the Alfheim guard. This next wolf is also going to attack this same puny guard. He is going to attack with advantage because you have pack tactics. There are multiple wolves within range, so he gets advantage. Advantage simply means you roll the number twice and you take the higher outcome. With advantage, this wolf has a 17 to hit, which does hit. And he deals 8 damage, brutally ripping this guard's head off.
Oh no.
Yikes.
That's a rough start to this guard, bro.
This guard is dead. So the only guard left in this top sector of the fight is Robin. There are 3 more wolves near the bottom of the fight, currently facing 2 guards, which is where Kilksick is running towards. The first wolf is going to bite this guy on the left with advantage because of pack tactics. Wolves are dangerous in packs. That is a 20 to hit, which does hit, dealing 7 damage to this guard. This other wolf walks up and bites him again.
Bruh.
With an 18 to hit, he deals an additional 4 damage, which is enough to kill this guard as well. And then this last wolf runs up and bites the other guard in this area. With, you guessed it, pack tactics, so he has advantage. That is a 16 to hit, which still hits this guard. Dealing 7 damage. This guard is bloodied. This other wolf up in the top pack is going to attack Ace. He does not have pack tactics. An 11 to hit. Does that hit, EJ?
11? It does not hit.
What we're comparing here is a person's attack versus the defending person's AC. An AC generally starts at 10 and goes up based on armor and based on people's ability to dodge, which is their dexterity bonus. So in this scenario, Ace has +2 from his armor, and then he has +2 from his dexterity bonus. So he has a 14 AC. The 11 does not beat the 14. All you have to do is meet it. You don't have to beat it. So if he had rolled a 14, it would have hit. But he only rolled an 11. This wolf attempts to bite you, and you're able to jump back just out of the way. So that is the wolf's turn. That is completed. So we'll move to the next in the initiative order, which is Esmeralda. Queen Esmeralda runs up towards the pack and is going to cast Call Lightning. Oh! A storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius. Centered at a point you can see within range directly above you. When you cast this spell, choose a point you can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save. So, she runs over, and she says, "Stop fighting!" And she summons a lightning bolt from the sky, and at this point in the grounds, next to these two wolves, so both of these wolves are going to make dexterity saving throws. They have a dexterity of +2, so I'm going to roll a d20. I'm going to add 2 to it. First one saves, and the second one also saves. Both of the wolves save, which means she deals half of 3d10 damage. Plus her spell modifier, so it's +3. She rolls 10 damage, so half of that. Both of these wolves take 5 damage, and they both become bloodied. And that's where she'll end her turn. Next up in the initiative order is Aslak.
I see a tree between us and the pack, but I can see the commotion over there, I believe, where the 2 guards are being attacked to the south of us. So I would like to use my action to dash just a little past where Kilsick is.
Okay.
And that will be my action. And then I will use 2 sorcery points to be able to cast a Scorching Ray at the 3 wolves in that pack over there.
That's as a bonus action?
Yes, by using my sorcery points to quicken the spell. So I'll mark off my 2 sorcery points to quicken it, and I will mark off my spell slot that I am using to cast it, and I will make a spell attack. That is a 13 to hit.
A 13 does hit.
Alright, perfect. So now, if I am reading this correctly, yes, let's see here. Yes, Scorching Ray creates 3 rays of fire. Each ray does 2d6 fire damage, so I will do 1 at each of the 3 wolves that are attacking the pair of guards. So let me make my spell attack. 2d6 fire damage. So that is 8 fire damage for the nearest one. Then 12 to the next nearest. And 7 to the furthest. As I see the commotion, my eyes widen, and my instinctive reaction is to protect these people who could very well see their last day if I don't do something. And I twist my hands, and the arcane energy crackles between them, and I just sling it out at each individual wolf and arc them around to make sure it hits each one and avoids the guards carefully.
Beautiful.
Kiltick looks at Aslak and nods in approval.
The top wolf and the bottom wolf, they're both extremely bloodied from this Scorching Ray. The middle wolf is dead. As we progress through this campaign, I'm going to use this new mechanic that I like to use that I've seen on other podcasts called Finish Him. When I tell you to finish him, I'm going to let you describe how gnarly it looks and what you did to finish him. And basically anything goes.
I love it.
So on this final wolf, finish him.
Very well. I see that he has caught fire, and I focus and intensify the arcane energy as it is wrapped around him, and it just causes the flames to billow ever higher as he howls out his last howl that he will ever howl.
And that wolf is dead. We'll now move to the soldiers in combat. There are very few soldiers remaining. There's this soldier who's going to attack the closest wolf that you had already damaged. With a natural 20, he hits. He's going to roll damage. He rolls a 2.
What the?
So he doubles that because he crit to 4, and then he's going to add his strength modifier, which is 2. So he does 6 total damage, which does kill the wolf.
Fantastic.
The other soldiers that are alive are going to, the ones that were north of the queen, are going to move closer to the combat and attack. This soldier completely whiffs and falls on his back. When a creature falls on their back, it's called being knocked prone. To stand up, it takes half of your movement. So if you have 30 movement speed, standing up takes 15. So when he wants to stand up next turn, he won't be able to move as far. But he missed and his turn ends, so So this next soldier's going to run over and attack the same guy again. With another low roll at a 7. This soldier also has apparently no skill whatsoever. He swings his sword and it goes above the wolf as the wolf dodges. We then have Robin, who's in the center of this large mass in the middle. And Robin runs over and attacks that same guy, that wolf that has dodged the last 2 attacks. He's going to attack him as well. With a flaming bright orange sword. He also whiffs. He completely misses.
These guys stink.
Aslak glances over at the commotion.
Robin is going to attempt another attack. This second attack from Robin does hit the wolf, and he finishes him. The flaming orange sword pierces the wolf's heart, and the wolf falls over dead.
Aslak glances over, hearing the hollers and seeing the commotion, and sees these evidently new recruits, and kind of grimaces until he sees Robin fell the wolf, where he breathes a small sigh of relief.
So that's the soldier's turn. Fugo is last on the docket. Fugo stands right behind the queen and does not move. Okay, we're back at the top of the order. More wolves appear.
Oh gosh, okay. Alright.
Bruh,
Not in our
whoa,
favor.
Yo.
Dear.
Alright, bruh. Yo.
Ah!
Alright. 3? Alright, bet. Alright, bruh.
3 more wolves appear from the edge of the city, and then 2 more wolves appear on the south side.
Do I have my Dragon Ball with me?
You have your Dragon Ball on your hip, and you are able to release Fafnir.
Fafnir, go. Throws the ooh, whoa. That was a slip of the tongue. Throws my Dragon Ball and releases Fafnir. Fafnir is my Thunder Drum. He's amazing.
So you've released Fafnir, your Thunder Drum Dragon.
So I summon Fafnir, and we have 3 wolves directly ahead. So I'd like him to attack those as a safe distance. Fafnir, you screech.
Fafnir turns towards the 3 wolves and lets out an enormous screech, and where it's just like these rings of vibrations are going straight at these attack of wolves. What do the wolves need to do?
They make a wisdom save.
They make a wisdom save. Okay. This is the roll for all 3 wolves. I'm going to just do 1 roll. This is an 18
Jeez.
save.
Bruh.
So they successfully save. What happens on a successful save?
On a successful save, they don't get hit. They don't take damage, rather.
They successfully covered their ears.
Yeah. Okay, well, killed the
Beautiful.
dramatic entrance there.
This Pokemon did nothing with
Would
it,
that have
bruh.
been a bonus action? I'm curious.
No, that does not take any of your actions or
Okay.
anything. Your dragon has its independent action and movements, but you do get to control it during your turn.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, I'm going to attack the wolf right next to me. Both daggers. 23.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 6 for the first attack.
Ace. Finish him.
Ace takes the second dagger, stabs it in the wolf's neck, digs as deep as possible, and just rips while holding its head and ripping it clean off.
The queen looks impressed. The remainder of your turn, you do have 1 more attack if you'd like to use it. You only used 1 attack there to kill him.
I did.
And you also have movement.
So I'm going to assist the queen. Because the wolf is busy, does this count as an advantage roll?
This is flanking. So with flanking, you have advantage. What
Okay.
flanking means, for those who aren't familiar, is it means you are attacking somebody that is basically attacking somebody else. So they're not looking at you. If someone's not looking at you and you attack them, you generally have a high chance to hit them. So you roll with advantage to hit. So go ahead and roll attack twice and take the higher number.
I do
You have advantage. Go ahead and roll again. That's an 8. Scary.
Oh, God. 7.
This wolf dodges you without even seeing you. He just has some primal instinct and ducks to the side.
Oh, God.
That's crazy.
Kilksick, you are now up.
So, can I hit this wolf from right here?
Don't hit me, please.
You want to run over there and attack it? Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay. And then I'm going to action surge and attack this wolf.
You actually could just attack it with your action.
So I'm going to attack this wolf.
Beautiful. With your short sword, go ahead and swing it for me.
So I first need to roll a...
So go to your inventory on your character sheets. Find your short sword that we programmed.
Yeah, okay. So I rolled a 19.
Plus 4
Two,
from your strength and your proficiency. So what did you roll in total?
23.
23 does hit this wolf
Nice.
that beautifully escaped Ace.
Oh, thanks for that, DM.
Of course. So go ahead and roll damage now, Kilksik.
6.
6 kills him. Finish him.
Kilsick raises his short sword and says, "And with this kill, I mark another death on my list." He shoves the short sword down the wolf's throat, plunges it up to its head, rips it through, and splits the wolf's head in two.
I kind of whispered to the side, like, if that wolf was on his death list, I'd hate to see what anyone else done.
That was Kilksick, that was Ace, so the wolves are now up. This group of 3 wolves that just recently appeared are all going to run.
We finna get jumped, bro.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
We're
you
fine.
finna get jumped.
We're
Yeah,
fine. What? I have 2 of you. We're fine.
I mean, that's fair.
They're surrounding me, aren't they?
They finna attack
These
you, bro.
3 wolves are all sprinting directly at Ace, and they're all jumping into this garden, and they're all attempting to bite Ace at the same time. They all have pack tactics. Let's roll for attacks.
Praying for you,
First
bro.
attack is a 21 to hit, and it deals 6 damage. The next wolf, with advantage luckily,
Or unluckily.
rolls a 7 to hit, which does not
Oh,
hit. So
okay.
the second wolf bites you and misses.
Okay.
And the third wolf is going to attack you, again with advantage. With a 21 to hit, which I know hits. And it deals 8 damage. Those 3 wolves moves. This wolf near the bottom is going to attack this soldier who is already bloodied. No pack tactics. Oh, the soldier survives. He blocks the wolf's open jaw with his sword and parries the attack. These other 2 wolves near the bottom that just recently spawned are going to sprint up towards Aslak. They're going to go ahead and just rush you and dash as their action and surround you on either side.
Okay. Ah.
The wolves have now all acted. So we move to Esmeralda. Esmeralda is going to take her action and wild shape into a Rumblehorn dragon.
Oh my gosh.
She is a medium-sized Rumblehorn dragon, which is pretty massive. And Fugo hops on her back, and she flies over to the pack of wolves that are attacking Ace. And that's where her turn ends, because she's already used her action to wild shape into a dragon.
She's broken.
And then Fugo is on her back, because Fugo would never leave her side. That is the queen's turn. It is now Aslak's turn.
Okay. So, seeing myself surrounded by wolves and unsure of how to make my escape, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave, which casts a thunderous blast in a 15-foot cube around me, and the wolves will have to make a Constitution saving throw. And in fact, for a little extra damage, I'm going to cast it in my 2nd level slot instead of my 1st level slot. So, and because it is a saving throw, I don't have to roll for the attack. So I will go ahead and roll the damage, which, because I casted it at 2nd level, will be 3d8. So that is 12 points of damage. And let me see, my spell DC would be, I believe it is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus my charisma modifier.
That sounds right.
So my proficiency bonus is 2. My spell modifier is charisma, which is 4.
4? You have plus 4?
Yeah, I put all my... I had plus 3 naturally. And then my
your
ASI.
Your ASI.
So that would take it to 14.
So, okay, beautiful. So these wolves who rolled a 13 do not meet the DC, so they fail their save.
So they take full damage and are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Both of these wolves take this thunder wave, and they both become paralyzed, and they don't move again.
Oh, fantastic.
Awesome.
You completely wipe out both of those wolves.
In my moment of panic, I look over and I see the transformed queen, and I'm like, you know what? She's probably alright. And I go, and I want to take my 30 feet of movement to try and get, like, a little bit behind the soldier, like, around, you know, like 5 feet behind him. Try and support his escape. Stay strong, comrade. Help us on the way.
Next up is the soldiers. So this soldier that you've come to assist, he is going to make his attack on the wolf. That is an 18 to hit from the Alfheim guard. He is going to slice right through the wolf and deal 5 damage, and the wolf is downed. There are 3 wolves left remaining, and they're all in that top pack. Robin is going to run over to the wolf again. Robin has a 13 to hit, which does hit, dealing 14 damage. He completely pierces this wolf, destroying it. He's going to walk forward and attack another wolf with a 27 to hit, dealing 13 damage, and kill the other wolf. And the final 2 guards are going to run over to this last wolf, and they're going to hit, dealing 6 damage. The final guard hits with a 16, dealing just enough to 2-handed spear this final wolf.
Let's go.
And you guys successfully defeat all of the wolves with 2 Alfheim guard casualties. Everybody kind of calms down and they look around, and Stoic and the rest of the crew all kind of reconvene with you guys near the center of Alfheim. Over here, just north of Pig Blister Academy, you guys all reconvene. And Esmeralda thanks everybody for their assistance. Time kind of progresses. Stoic is on his way. He returns to Burke. Alara Fisher, Zaina, Sir Lansov, they all go back home. And the queen has made it very clear that she wants to speak to you guys together. So she walks back with you guys to her mansion. So you guys actually hop on her back on the Rumblehorn, and you guys fly on over to Esmeralda's mansion.
Aslak gets a little uncomfortable on this particular ride.
Can I choose to ride Fafnir back? Small detail.
Sure. Yeah, you can ride Fafnir back. On the back of the queen is also Fugo, her personal bodyguard. So you guys arrive. There's actually a hole in the top of the castle that she flies into, and she drops you guys off at the entrance of her throne room. Then she walks over to her throne. It's a large, ornate room with more Alfheim wall decorations. There's a very clear orange isle insignia. It looks like the Phyrexian mana symbol if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering. Otherwise, it's just a big circle with a line down the middle. It's the O and then the I of island, so the orange isles. It's an O with a line through it. That wall decor is all throughout this throne room, and she turns back into a human. She has this armor on that actually adjusted to her dragon form, and it reforms to her body. She has this beautiful crown on. The crown has 4 gems. It has a red ruby, a blue sapphire, a white pearl, and it has a brown topaz as the 4 gems on her crown. And she says, "Thank you, you 3, for your assistance in that. This is becoming a constant of our life. And for your assistance, I am forever grateful. 2 more counts that are on my head, and for their loss I pray to the Almighty Mandarin. May their deaths inspire the fire within our hearts." So, Ace, you've been given this mission to find this goblin. As you've looked through this file folder, it's a pretty open-shut case. It's really just a goblin that's gone missing. Nobody cares about goblins in Alfheim, so the fact that you got this case is kind of strange. It is a goblin that is named Dead, That's his name. It's not that he's dead. He's a missing persons report, but his name is dead. Then she says, that case, you can throw that away. That was really just a cover story. That is an actual case, but it's a goblin, and they're, second-class citizens. They're really not important. I have a mission for you. Kilksik, you as well. I would like the two of you to join my ambassador, Aslak, on a quest into the Orange Jungle. What do you think of this?
So, what does this mission entail?
In short, I have this dagger, and she pulls a dagger out of her right sleeve. It is a 8-inch curved black dagger that appears to be made from the tooth of a very large dragon. I have this dragon tooth dagger, and I believe, nay, I know, that this dagger will kill the Almighty Mandarin, who has been waging war on our people for 2 weeks now. If you can throw this at the Almighty Mandarin, the war will be won. And Aslak, she hands you the replacement egg. The Almighty Mandarin, over the winter season, rests and hibernates in a cave in the center of the Orange Jungle. In that cave rests the Almighty Mandarin. She is hibernating. In the spring, she will repopulate the forest with fireworms and with trees. You guys are going to go slay this Almighty Mandarin and replace it with this Fireworm Queen egg. This is your mission. You will kill the Almighty Mandarin. Would you accept this, Kilksik?
Who assigned me this mission?
I did. I've spoken with Stoic, and he regards you very highly.
Stoic doesn't know a single thing about me.
Is that so?
He only knows my past.
You are the brother of Mormir. No?
I am. You know my brother and his sins.
Would you, as a reward, like retribution?
Kelsey stares and intensifies his gaze upon the queen. I will do what I must to kill my brother.
It's settled then. Your reward shall be 100 gold pieces plus your brother. You shall do with him as you wish. It will be none of my business.
During this conversation, Aslak has kind of had a sort of worried look about the intentions and trustworthiness of what appears to be his new companion. But he's kept quiet.
Ace, how about you? Are you willing to accept this mission? To journey deep into the Orange Jungle and slay a god?
Well, my queen, god slaying is a very, very hearty work. And of course, after the sacrifices we may have to make, I wish we would be alleviated of certain pains and compensated very generously.
She gestures to the back of the room where a man brings in a sword. It's a long sword, and it has a faint blue glow, and the hilt is extremely sharp on both ends, as if they were knives on the left and the right. I've been told that you like sharp things. As a reward, you shall receive Baxcalibur, the sword in the stone.
Baxcalibur? And what kind of wizardry does this sword possess? Looks very enchanted.
Oh, it's enchanted. +3 attack and damage.
Your grace truly knows me. I will accept.
Aslak, I look to you to lead this crew. And to do so, I hand you this dragon tooth dagger, and I grant you this golden ticket. Use this golden ticket in any store in the Orange Isles for one free item. May I suggest that you start with the Crow's Nest or Helio's Forge? Okay, so to finish this up, so first off, we need to make it so it's inconspicuous. This is a covert operation. You must leave at dusk. So leave tonight at dusk, follow the river, find the Fields of Misdirection. Once you enter the Fields of Misdirection, if you make a mistake, your life will end.
No pressure, friends.
As you enter the Fields of Misdirection, you must follow the smell of rain for 20 steps. Then you must follow the smell of the World Tree for 20 steps. Then you must follow the smell of an apple for 20 steps. And last but not least, you will smell the Almighty Mandarin, and you will follow it for 20 steps. If done successfully, you will arrive at the home of the Almighty Mandarin. If you fail, your souls be lost forever. Is that clear?
Okay, out of game. Can you repeat that one more
It's
time?
okay, I've gotten written down.
I was trying to...
I'm about to
Okay.
copy it and put it in our party notes.
Bet.
With this, the mission is set. Leave at dusk and kill a god. May the Almighty Mandarin's fire inspire your souls. Good luck.
What is life? Life is akin to a winding road, stretching through the landscapes of time, each twist and turn, a moment of decision, a challenge, or a revelation. As travelers on this path, we encounter people that change the velocity of our life. Today, I met two individuals that did just that.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Tides of Terragos podcast. Do you want to listen to the rest of this season right now without waiting for months for the episodes to come out? Well, all of the episodes are on the Patreon, so come on over, buy me a coffee, and listen to the rest of the season. May the gracious God of despair look upon you with a smile.
Can I intimidate the wolf? I can try to intimidate it. I got a +3 in that.
Can I give the quest for Dead to Freckles? Can he get character development?
I've been writing mad notes, bro. I'm like, gosh. I was like, what did he just say? What did he say?